Hello. Alrighty, we're going to make another pattern. So do you have a box or something? You go ahead and put this on pause and go grab a box. I'm using this one from the Dollar Tree, the whales, cheddar cheese whales. These are so delicious. So, and we actually like them much better than the Cheez-Its because they're not as salty or as greasy. So, yep. So we need one piano. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out the other pieces. Alrighty, and the rest of this can go in my cardboard container. Alrighty, now we need to cut this down to size for the front of any card. I'm going to do the A2 card, which is the 4.5 by or 4 1/4 by 5.5. Okay, but you can use this for a number 10 card. You can use this for whatever card you're going to do. Okay, but what we're going to do is we want it to be half of your card front in size. So either going this way or this way. And I think I'm going to do one of each way. Okay. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim this down so that it's even on all four sides. There. And then throw this garbage out. All right. So then I want to cut it the actual size, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5. Okay, so 4 1/4 would be right here by 5.5, which is right here. Okay, so these pieces can be put in with my extra pieces. All right, so this is the exact size of my card. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I want to make a pattern. Actually, I'm going to need another one of these. Because do I want it to go, we need half a sheet. So do we want it to go this way or do you want it to go this way? I think I want it to go long ways for now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. So 4 1/4 in half is, what's half of 4? 2. And then what's half of a quarter? An 1/8. So go up to 2 and then move up to 1/8. Okay. And then cut it. All right. So this should cover half of the card front. Okay. Alrighty, how did I do that? 2 1/4. All right, so then we're going to take this and we're going to cut this off a little bit. I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4. Okay, so that way it'll fit on here like this. All right, so this is cut now to 2. It is a little bit wider, isn't it? That's okay. That's not going to make a difference. So it's 2 1/8 by 5 1/4. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to look at it and go, all right, well, where's the halfway point? Okay, the halfway point's about right here. So I'm going to put a line on there where the halfway point is. Okay. You can measure it if you want to. That is definitely not halfway, Barbara. Okay, let's do the measuring on here. That would be much better. Okay. Good idea. All right, so here's the halfway point right there. Okay, so we're going to draw a line from there over to here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let me get my little ruler. Oh, let's see. And that one should fit. All righty, so from this over to this corner, okay, and then from here over to this corner. Okay, so there's 3 cuts that we're going to make, or 2 cuts, 1, 2, okay. Then we're going to go from, we need to find the center of this. So how long is this piece? Let's see, this is, alrighty, it's 3 and 1, 2, 3, it's about 3.5 inches. So 1 1/2 would be 3, and then the other 1/2 inch would be right here, another 1/4. All right, so we need 1 3/4. So from here, 1 3/4, and it doesn't have to be exact, okay? 1 3/4. All right, because now we're going to take that 1 3/4 mark and we're going to draw out to this corner. All righty, and then we're going to do the same thing from here. Go from this 1 3/4 out to that corner. Okay, and that's the shape we want. We want it to look like an envelope, okay? Alrighty, so now we're gonna put numbers on these so that we know. All right, so this is number 1, okay? This is number 2, this is number 3, number 4, and number 5. And we want to write it on for 2 reasons. 1, so we know how many pieces there are. We should know there's 5 pieces, but also we've written the numbers in a way so that when you cut this out, we know they're going to be up and down in this manner. Okay, so if one of the pieces is tipped upside down or sideways, we know we need to turn it the other way. Okay, that way you know if you're using papers that need to go up and down, you can line them up properly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take this and we're going to cut it apart following those lines. So cut out number 1 first. So I'm going to go from there over to here, cut it. From here over to here and cut it. All right, there's piece number 1. Now we need 2 and 3. So we're going to need from right there over to here and there. There's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And if they're off a little bit, it doesn't matter. It's not going to make a big deal, I promise. All right, so now we know how to line these up. Do you remember how we cut them out? There's number 1. Here's number 2. And then number 3. And number 4. And number 5. Okay, very good. So now we have a pattern. Okay, so let me set this one over here because I'll do another one afterwards, but I want to work on this one first. So now we need scrap papers. So we'll set our card aside and we need decorative paper or cardstock, all these sizes and shapes. All right, so let's look at our, let's see, what kind of scraps do we have here? Do I want, maybe I want to do solid colors this time. I very rarely do that, so let's do that. Let's see, will that fit on there? Yes, it will. All right, perfect. So that's going to be that color. That's really thick. Okay, so that'll be that color. And the rest of these should be perfect. All right. So there's that one for that one. And how about this one for that one? And how about, nope, not that one. You thought I was going to go for it, didn't you? You were going to be so impressed. That one and how about this one? There. Some nice fall colors. All right. Okay, so let's put these back. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace around them. Okay, so first things first. Alrighty. So, and I think I'm going to do it upside down so that I get it on the back side. So if there's any pencil or pen markings left, then I know they won't be seen. All right, so just go ahead and trace these pieces. This is number 1. Okay. And number 2. Better turn this one over. There, and leave this one upright. Okay. So 2 will be here. Okay, so there's 2. 3. I want this side to be up, so I'll do it on this side here. There's 3. Okay, number 4. I don't think this one, yes, there is a front and back. Okay, because this is really smooth and that's not, so that's the front. So this is the back side. So I'll go ahead and do this one. Wait till you see this card when it's done. They just come out so, so pretty. I haven't done one of these in a long time. And there's so many different shapes and stuff and patterns that you can use. Okay. So let's go ahead and cut these out. Scissors. Okay, so that's number 5. Here's number 4. And I'm actually trying to cut on the inside, and I think it might be working. All right. Surprise, surprise. Alrighty. There's 4. Here's number 3. Ooh, this one's kind of hard to see with the lighting. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then number 2. I'm trying to cut right on the inside of the black line that I drew. Okay, so there's 2. All right, and 1. And while I'm cutting, I'm keeping my finger on the bottom of the scissors here to hold them steady. So that way, because I have a tendency to kind of go all cattywampus when I'm cutting and do this. But if I steady it with my finger underneath, it helps it to be still and to be held in the proper place. All right, so this, I'm just going to stick up here for now. All right, but let's pull this card down. We're done with this pen. So number 1 is this piece. Okay, so there's number 1. Number 2 is, all right, so that's this piece. So it goes that way. Okay, number 3 goes what way? This way. All righty. Number 4 goes this way. And number 5 goes this way. Alrighty. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Alrighty, so now we get to glue them down. How pretty. And you can do them right up against the edge if you want to, or you can leave a little tiny border, which I'm going to do. I definitely want to leave a slight little border because we did cut it enough, just a wee bit enough, so that we should be able to line this up like so. All right, good. So let's get these 2 down first. Put those away so they're out of my way, and this. All righty, that's better, and that too. All righty. So a little bit of glue. These come out looking so pretty. And just line that up there with a little tiny border there. Okay, and then I'm going to do this one. That little tiny border. Make sure these 2 tips line up. Okay, then we're going to do the top. And same thing. Try to line it up with this one first though, and then this edge. All right, that looks pretty good. And then this one. So this is a half sheet triangle. Isn't that neat? Because we're making a triangle puzzle out of just half of it. So a half card triangle puzzle. All right, that's perfect. Yeah. They just look so pretty once they're done. And this one. Cool beans. Perfect. Is that pretty or what? And so do you see the envelope? Isn't that cool? I really like this. Did I do it on this side? Yep, okay. So I guess we're doing it on that side. Alrighty. Isn't that a neat looking card? I like that. So now we can decorate it however we want to decorate it. Alrighty. I think I'm going to go ahead and put stitching on because I like to do the stitches. I just think that's really pretty. So let's see. Do I want to use the glaze or do I want to use the, oh wait, I've got a gold. Where's the gold? Right there. That would be pretty to do. Nope, that one's the silver. All right, where's my gold? Right here. Let's do the gold because these are nice warm tones. We'll do that. That'll be pretty. All right, let's do stitches with gold. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll do these ones first since they came first. That is really pretty. Okay. That really makes a nice difference once you've got the stitching on there. That's really pretty. Alrighty, and one left. And if you don't want to do the stitching around, you can always just take and just kind of do the shading around with a brush. So, or with a sponge rather. That would be really pretty. All right, so I think, let's see. And you don't really have to decorate it either if you don't want to. You could just put a word on there, which I think I'm going to start with, is just a nice word. So, and then we'll see how it looks from there. All righty. Ooh, like this. Look at that. I like that. I think that's a go. Let's get that pin out here again. That's silver. Where's my gold one? I just had it right there. All right, I think I'm going to go around the edges of this with the gold. I don't want to smudge it. This is glossy paper also. This is matte. So this one you just need one little tick for each stitch. There, that's pretty. Nice. Alrighty, and I think I'll go ahead and color in 2 corners. There, that's pretty. Alrighty. Then we need to let this dry for a moment. And that's going to be put right on there. And I think I'm going to call it a day because that looks pretty. So now this I can save And if we put it on a piece of paper, then we'll remember. Okay, so what I like to do is go ahead and take a card, and then you can either tape it right on here so that you can remove the pieces, or you can just trace around it, which I think I'm just going to go ahead and trace around it. Why not? Or we can draw it on here. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Haha, that's a good idea. I can do that. Draw a picture of it right on here. This is one. All right. And it's up and down that way. There. Good idea. So we're going to do this, a line down, and then we're going to do this part, because we're going to draw over here, and then we're going to draw from the middle here down to that corner. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Or if you're doing it on this side, then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, and that lets you know you can actually do 2 sets of these too if you wanted to. Okay. Because look at how that would look. That would look pretty nifty, huh? Yep. So if you want to take a screenshot of that. Alrighty. And you may want to take a screenshot of this. Okay. And we can go ahead and lay these down. And you could take a screenshot of this. Sometimes it's easier to have the actual pictures, because if you're visual like me, the screenshots definitely help. All right, right there, okay. And there you go. All righty. So let's just go ahead and glue this guy on, and we'll tip it upside down here and get some 3D pieces on here. Alrighty, that's yellow. Let's get the yellow on it. Alrighty, we'll do that. Will that fit down the center? Yes, it will. Alrighty, and then we need a piece off of that and a piece off of that, and then we can put those on. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this down like this, and then I'm going to pick this, because this is just fun foam, so it doesn't have sticky on it. So that's why I'm gluing it down as I am. And here we go. And then we can turn it over, and oop, it did smudge a little. Oh well. I'll have to fix that in a little bit. There we go. Okie dokie. Ta-da! All done. Very good. So I hope you like this. Let's bring this up closer so you can see that. Very nice. Okay, so I hope you like this idea and you give it a try. Alrighty. So if you're a member of mine, a subscriber already, thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming back as often as you do. And thank you very much for all those thumbs up. I appreciate that. That definitely lets me know you're continuing to like what I'm putting out there and sharing. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.